Hey guys, so I've been doing some research on the Dropa Stones or Dropa Stones. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. It's absolutely wild, and honestly, I brushed it off for the longest time until I finally just dove in. So we're talking about these circular stones, right? They're ancient, so they've been looked at to be about 12,000 years old on carbon dating. They're found in the mountains and hills of China. I'm going to pronounce this and butcher it wrong, but it's called Bayan Kara Ula Mountains. So if anyone with Chinese descent can clarify that, cool. And the thing is, they're covered in these hieroglyphics that some folks say tell a story like straight out of a sci-fi movie. So it's about aliens who actually got stranded here on Earth. Yeah, you heard it right. I mean, this goes pretty much in par with any type of UFO lore, but it's got everybody hooked, trying to figure out these stones are just a piece of a lost civilization. What is it? Is it a puzzle? Is it legit proof that aliens have been chilling with our ancestors? So anyway, the saga of these Dropa stones and their supposed meetup between these Dropa beings and humans it's like a deep dive into the whole ancient astronaut theory completely. Like Dawkins, all of his stuff. The tale goes back to the mid 20th century. The word got out about these extraterrestrial visitors called the Dropa landing in these remote parts of China after a bit of a crash landing type scenario. So picture this. The Dropa are described as these tiny, fragile creatures, like with big heads, slim bodies. Basically your classic gray alien vibe. So, and when they first bumped into the local tribes, let's just say the welcome mat wasn't exactly rolled out. There was complete fear. There was hostility. Pretty much your standard first contact type horror show scenario. But it gets interesting. The Dropa's tech was apparently way ahead of its time, obviously, if they were flew a ship here or however they got it here. Their ship, for example, was left behind after the oops, we crash moment, and the stories don't spill much about what it looked like or what it could do, but it was super clear that we're talking about some high-tech level gear. So get this, initially the locals didn't want anything to do with the Dropa. I mean, I can see how that would be kind of a weird scenario. Tensions were really high, but as time went on, the stories suggest that things actually started to totally chill out. The Dropa, despite having this advanced tech, they were stuck here, obviously, and very vulnerable. And that vulnerability somehow turned like the tide from hostility to a coexistence of sorts. So let's talk about this guy. Pretty controversial. I'm probably going to butcher his name again. It's Sum Nui, who supposedly cracked the code on the glyphs, revealing stories of the Dropa about them trying to get along with humans, sharing their knowledge, and a little bit of their tech. So it paints a picture of two very different groups finding common ground, with the Dropa teaching humans a thing or two about the universe, and the humans apparently teaching the Dropa about what it's like to live here on Earth. So the way the encounter is framed, it's like a mark on both the Dropa and the humans. Like for the Dropa, Earth was a crash site. It became home. Mind you, a little bit loosely, a loose home, I guess. And for the humans, the encounter might have given them a sneak peek into a world of technology and ideas that were light years ahead, shaping the course of our history, in ways that we can only imagine. So what actually happened to the Dropa? Nobody knows. Was there interbreeding? speculative at best. Most likely the DNA would have been incompatible. They probably would have just died off and become extinct. Anyway, interesting story. Any more research into this, greatly appreciated. It's a pretty cool story. So thanks for listening. Take care.